War, what do you think of? Years of fire and smoke, millions of lives lost, borders wiped out, empires toppled. But what if I told you there was a war that lasted only 38 minutes? A real war, bloody, with winners, losers, and unconditional surrender. But what if I told you there was a war that lasted only 38 minutes? A real war, bloody, with winners, losers, and unconditional surrender. Zanzibar, a picturesque archipelago off the coast of East Africa. In the 19th century, it was the region's most vibrant trading hub: spices, ivory, precious woods, and slaves. Western powers such as Britain and Germany coveted control of the island. Zanzibar was then ruled by a dynasty of Arab origin. Sultan Hamad bin Thuwaini was a pro-British king who maintained peaceful diplomatic relations. But on August 25, 1896, the Sultan died suddenly, an event that remains in doubt. His nephew, Khalid bin Bargash, quickly claimed the throne without British approval. The British, fearing a loss of influence, immediately issued an ultimatum: abdicate by 9 a.m. the next morning, or else there would be blood and gunfire. And the clock began to tick. The morning of the 27th of August 1896, Zanzibar awoke to a tense atmosphere. 5 British warships, including HMS St. George, had been in position overnight, all with their guns trained on the palace. Inside the palace, Khalid had mobilized more than 2,800 men, including guards, paramilitary troops and a number of loyal civilians. The British now had only a few hundred troops, but they had something the Sultan did not have: absolute firepower. 8:59 a.m., the deadline was approaching. No one surrendered. 9:02 a.m., the order to open fire was given. Cannonades tore through the air. The palace shook, walls collapsed, the dome burned. Within 10 minutes, the main part of the palace was completely destroyed. 300 Khalid loyalists were killed. The rest fled in panic. Khalid escaped from the palace through the back door, seeking refuge in the German consulate, out of reach of the British. 9:40 a.m., the artillery fire stopped. The battle was over, in just 38 minutes. 38 minutes, enough to write Zanzibar's name into world history as the shortest war ever recorded. But the consequences lasted for decades. That very day, a new sultan was installed by the British. A puppet government began a period of total dependence. Zanzibar became a de facto colony. Laws, education, language, and trade systems, all were remade according to the British colonial model. The islanders lost the right to decide their own destiny. Life went on, but not as before, a once sovereign nation, now just a small red flag on the map of the British Empire. It took more than 70 years for the people of Zanzibar to regain their autonomy. And the 38-minute war, short as it was the beginning of a period of quiet but profound colonization. War doesn't always involve months of bombs and gunfire. Sometimes, it only takes a few minutes for a government to collapse, an independence to be wiped out. Zanzibar is a special case in point. It's a war overlooked in many history books, but its impact is real. It reminds us that power and loss can happen very quickly. So quickly that we hardly know what's happening. What do you think of this war? Was it really a war? Or was it just a symbol of imperialist supremacy? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to discover more little-known stories, hidden chapters of history, don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, and join History Decode. Decode the past, uncover the truth.